Hello and welcome back to
The Zak
and Buzz
Review.
So today we're talking about
Boy Kills World.
There we are.
Yes, movie fans, we went to see Boy Kills World, which was a very interesting movie.
Yes.
On the normal side of these things, it's a straightforward revenge story.
Yeah, a revenge thriller.
Yeah, we've seen a lot there.
But it did have kind of a martial arts twang,
Yeah.
as well as a very heavy influence from John Wick.
Yeah,
If anything, I would compare it to what we've seen recently. I would compare it to Monkey Man, but as if it were an arcade version of it.
Yeah, this is with Bill Skarsgard as the main character.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a good job. And let's face it, he's coming up in The Crow, which hasn't been released yet. We've seen the trailers for the Crow. So he's obviously having a bit of a time of doing the old martial arts
action. Getting into the action movies.
And in this one, he is deaf and mute. And I don't want to destroy it. If you haven't seen this, I'm not going to give away too much. But there is a nice sort of twist at the end as we get through the movie.
Yeah. Definitely worth it for that.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I really enjoyed it. I think the fight sequences, the way they were filmed, weren't filmed as well as John Wick fight sequences. And I'm not saying they weren't performed as well as.
Oh yeah, it was great to watch.
The way the camera chopped and changed, you know, they got a bit choppy on it, so you didn't always think you were seeing as much of the action as clearly as you would in a fight sequence in John Wick. But I don't mean to detract from it. It was still really good fun.
What kind of stood out in this particular film was actually the humour, the side of it. It was brutal and gory in places,
but it had some good bits of humour.
But it had some good bits of humour, especially from like his inner monologue, as well as from his kind of like imaginary friend.
Yes.
As well as the villains. The actual villains did quite well in this as well.
Inner monologue is taken from a computer game that he played when he was a kid. Yeah. So although he's deaf and dumb, you're hearing the voice.
Deaf and mute.
Deaf and mute.
That's
okay.
It. You might be dumb.
Anyway, so I thought that deaf and dumb meant you can't speak.
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyway. So the point is that therefore you hear not his voice, but you hear the computer game's voice. Yeah, the voice that would say, you know, fight and, you know, fatality kind of voice.
Finish him.
And that was fun. And his compadres in this kind of rebellion. Yeah, those two guys.
Yeah, he's kind of drawn into that, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of drawn into this like rebel faction, and they're funny guys because one of them you can't understand what the hell he's talking about. Yeah. And the other guy keeps doing things like, I love the bit where he said, I'm just going to do my, what was it, trolley action. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep pushing this trolley while you fight everybody. And he's like, keep up with the trolley action, you know. Yeah, I am. He's ducking out of the way.
You know, this guy, he should join our team because he took on like 100 people of these guards barehanded and killed them all.
And he's sort of like
slight exaggeration
monologues going on, and that was nice. I like that humour throughout the movie. That was good. And it was all done in kind of like this fictional city.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost a dystopian setting.
Yeah, it's like it was kind of like set in the jungle, so it was kind of
a totalitarianistic society
with surrounded by a jungle where the what was he called? The mystic or something?
Oh, the shaman.
The shaman. That's it. The shaman was his teacher, and we're not going to tell you about any more than that. But
no, it was very good. It was very good.
Let's cut to the chase. At the end, we've all watched this action movie. It's good fun, so yeah, we recommend to go and see it.
Definitely.
We'll give marks out of 10 NMO. But what the audience do comes up, says the end. They all get up and bugger off. Only to miss.
Why do they do this, people? Why?
Only to miss an after credit. Yeah. Which was sort of also helped to explain more of the story.
Yeah, it was humorous. It didn't necessarily like.
It wasn't a revelation, but the point was, it's better to have stayed and watched it than
to have just gone.
You paid your money, guys.
Yeah.
Please, we live in a day and age where film companies love to put after credits, sometimes mid credits as well. Stay.
Why not?
You know,
like is it such a hindrance on your time that you've bothered to go to the cinema?
You've bothered to go to the cinema. You've bothered to throw your rubbish everywhere for the people to clean up. Naughty people, take it out and put it in the bins.
What is 5 minutes?
Yeah, just sit there enjoy it, listen to the music. In fact, it actually had some quite nice graphics at the end as well.
That was true, yeah.
Yeah, so you can enjoy the graphics they did on the end titles, and then they had the after credit. So anyway, that comes down to scoring from 1 to 10. So 1 being a bit of a poopy action movie, to 10 being a glorious, fantastic fight fest.
Action fight fest. Ooh.
I think for me, I'm going to dump in there with a...
Dump. I like that word.
I'm dumping, okay? Dumping. I'm dumping.
As long as it's not on camera, it's okay.
Yeah, no, that's a different word entirely. So I'm going to come in there at I think a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah,
okay.
I enjoyed it. It wasn't a major standout movie, but it was a good bit of fun. It was entertaining.
For personal comparison, I'm going to compare this most sufficiently to Monkey Man, which we watched recently. I would probably say overall Monkey Man was better.
Yeah,
more kind of, it drew you in more to the story.
It was more gritty and brutal.
Whereas this one was more fun, and I like fun.
Yeah, this was superhero. This was like out of a graphic novel, wasn't it?
Yeah, an arcade.
This was a visualized graphic novel.
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
7. That's good.
So 7.5.
Good movie.
Yeah, go watch it.
Definitely go watch it if it's still in cinemas. And there we are.
There we go.
If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further reviews you'd like to see.
See you in the next one.